Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have another Shop My Stash video for you. I really like to do these videos once a month or once every couple of months just to show you guys how fun it could be and how important it is to shop within our own makeup collections and to try to show products we have some love and just to cycle through our collections. And it's always super fun just to walk you guys through my drawer and kind of go shopping together and just pick out what we're using for a full face of makeup today. So for today's look, I think I want to do something fall appropriate. I know I've been doing a lot of fall content here on my channel, but I've been loving it. I want to do something vampy, maybe a winged liner, a darker or a bold lip today. I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing today's Shop My Stash, and if you want to see me pick out products and then do a makeup look using them, make sure to keep on watching. You guys know the drill by now. I'm going to be going through my Alex drawers and picking out the makeup that I want to use in today's video for this Shop My Stash. I know I've been doing some fall videos here on my channel, but I really love it. I think I want to keep it going. So I think for today's look, I want to do something vampy, maybe like burgundy tones, a dark lip, something like that. The first palette that came to my mind to do something like that is the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. I did feature this as one of my best palettes for the fall time, but I just think I could get the look that I want using this in some of like the red shades or maybe like an olive. So I'm going to take that out. But part of me also wanted to do like a super classic all matte kind of smoky eye. So then honestly, the other palette that I thought about using was maybe something like a classic like Lorac Pro Palette. How old is this? This is definitely something that I loved in my collection and I've cherished in my collection for a long time. But I feel like with using this palette, this is just such like a classic palette. I hit pan on a couple shades. I feel like this is something I should make it a point to use, and some of these like matte shades with like the white could be like the most cool smoky eye with maybe like a winged liner. Yeah, I think I actually might take this instead of the Sigma one. I think for the look that I have in mind, this will be better with like a dark vampy lip opposed to the Sigma palette. Brows are going to be the same. That is something that I will do off camera. So I'm just taking my brow wiz in the shade Chocolate and my Profusion brow powder. The mascara that I'm trying to use up right now is the Milani Highly Rated, so I'm going to pull that out as well with my eyelash curler. I was thinking of maybe doing a little liner moment. Oh, here it is. This is my Sigma pen eyeliner. I think I might actually create a wing today. I know I never do wings, but I feel like a wing could look really classy on an all matte eye look. So I think instead of doing waterline liner, I'm gonna do a wing today, which is different for me. Now I'm going to be picking out my blush, bronzer, and highlighter. I feel like I'm running out of options in this drawer, and I know it looks crazy because I have a lot of things, but I show you guys almost all of this in my videos. Like, this is something that I'm really good at rotating between. So I think I'm going to jump down here to where I have different face palettes and some other bronzers and highlighters I don't use as often. For bronzer, I found this in my collection. This is the Stila, I think it's just like their Stay All Day. It's actually their contouring powder, but I think it's a pretty good bronzer shade for me right now in the shade Medium. Here's what this bronzer looks like. It was actually like a really good TJ Maxx find, and I don't find myself using it too often, so I think I'm going to pull this out today for my bronzer. For blush, one that I actually just rediscovered in my collection from doing my drugstore makeup tag is this Profusion blush palette. I think this has some stunning shades for the fall time. As you guys can see, like this lower left one right here called Exhale is calling my name right now, especially for the fall. It's just like a beautiful burnt orange blush, kind of close to my nail color maybe, but I want to use this today. This was a really great discovery when I was trying Profusion out, and I love the formula of their blushes. Lastly, for highlighter, I am going to be sticking with the face palettes. I just saw this little Ofra highlighting palette. This has some of their most popular highlighters that are so pretty. I know Rodeo Drive's in here, Blissful. I think Pillow Talk is the one in the middle, if I'm not mistaken. But look at how stunning these are. I'll probably end up using Rodeo Drive right here. You guys know that is one of my favorites, but I could lighten it up with the middle shade or even deepen it up with the rose gold on the left. These are just So, oh my gosh, look at that. So beautiful. I can't wait to put this on my face today. Definitely gonna pull this one out. I'm gonna go in and pick out my base makeup now. Foundation is always something that's like a little hard for me because right now there's only a couple that match me. I feel like for some reason this year my tan from the summer is lasting a lot longer than it usually does. Like the typical shades that I typically wear during October, like going into the fall, they're all a little bit too light on me right now. So it definitely makes switching up my foundation a little bit of a challenge. I know I use my Super Stay all the time. As you guys can see, I have so many of them here that I'm trying to use up. I think the Milani is really light on me, and it also might be a little bit too just like heavy for the cold weather. I'm tempted to go for the e.l.f. one today. This is their Flawless Finish Foundation or their Flawless Satin Foundation. I've seen it called both, but it's a really great formula, has like a solid medium coverage, buildable, and again, I think the shade will be okay for me. That might be a little bit of a better view right there in this lighting, but I do really like this, so I'll try it out today and see if it'll work. I do know that this has a little bit more of a mattifying look to it. Even though it says satin, my skin always does need a little bit more hydration. I am going to grab the Glossier Priming Moisturizer for today. This is just so good. It makes the skin so incredibly dewy. Like on freezing cold days, my skin still almost looks oily when I wear this, which I tend to love that look in the winter just to make my skin look really lively. And again, it works because I'm not sweating or anything like I do in the summer. The only thing is that this doesn't necessarily cover up my pores or anything like that. So I think I'm going to take, I don't know if I should take the e.l.f. matte primer or if it'll be too matte. I might take Touch in Sol Pores No More, No Problem primer. I mean, what's Pores No More? Is that Benefit? I don't know. I might just take the No Problem primer just on the center of my face, or honestly maybe even the Trestique stick. This is really great at mattifying the center of the face as well as kind of covering up and smoothing out some of those pores on the center. So I think I'm going to take this. Moving on to my concealer drawer. I know my drawers have gotten a little bit messy since I last organized them, but I keep my fan right here so I could use it to dry my setting spray really quickly when I'm filming. Maybe I'll go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect today. This is a really high coverage, thick, long wearing concealer. I might try to pull this one out. It might be a little bit light on me. Oh no, actually, maybe I should do the Fenty concealer. I haven't used this in so long, and this is such a nice hydrating luminous concealer for the more cooler months and like the winter time. For powder, I always like to set my face with loose powder. I know I use the same ones over and over, but I find that this isn't something that I feel like I need to have a ton of in my collection. A lot of them are very similar to me. I think I'm just going to grab the Maybelline. I believe the final thing that we have to pick out today is a lip shade. Here is a look inside my lip drawer. The first fall lip that honestly comes to my mind is this Profusion set. I picked this up around the fall time like a year or two ago when I was trying Profusion, and this burnt orange color is just a dream for the fall. I really love it. It is a little bit drying, although it says lip cream, it does dry down all the way and turns into a total liquid lipstick, but I really love this lip combo for the fall, so I'm gonna pull this one out. I always like to grab a few different options for lips because you never really know what the eyes are going to end up looking like. The NYX Lip Liner in the shade Cabaret is always a really great one for this time of year, just like a deep wine color. Speaking of, this is Trestique's Tuscan Wine Lip Crayon. This is also stunning for the fall, and it is such a beautiful burgundy shade that looks good on so many different skin tones, so I think I'm going to take that out as an option as well. I think I'm gonna work with these, either a dark wine burgundy shade or the burnt orange shade Like My Nails. Again, I will see how the eyes turn out, but these are like the most fall options that I think I have in my collection. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me pick out all of the products that I'm going to use to do my makeup in today's video. It's always so much fun going through my drawers with the intent of picking something different than I would normally pick. And I came across a couple of like old school products today today that I'm excited to use. The first one being the original Lorac Pro Palette. To start off today's makeup look, I'm going to do a transition shade as always, and I'm going to use the shade Taupe right here in the Lorac Pro Palette. This palette sparks so many memories for me right now. It's so crazy. I just remember how popular this palette was at one time, and that's kind of like the beauty of doing these Shop My Stash videos, is like you could go deep and pick something that you haven't used in a while. So I'm going to start off with the shade Taupe and start by running this through my crease. I always tend to do similar makeup looks here on my channel, but it is really important to stick to what I like. What you guys see on my channel is truly what I love and who I am and my style and everything like that. And I don't try to be someone that I'm not by creating like crazy makeup looks. This is what I like to do, so that's what I like to stick to. It's just who I am. I would say the undertone in this palette is like true neutral. I don't think that they lean too warm or too cool. Like that taupe shade is just like a true neutral transition for me. While I am blending this out, I want to say happy fall. I know I've already uploaded 1 or 2 fall videos here on my channel, but I am just so excited for the season. I cannot believe it's already like the 2nd week of October when I'm filming this. I just got my nails done yesterday, got like the fall pumpkin color going on, and this weather has been absolutely beautiful here in New York. When I try to talk and do my makeup at the same time, it literally takes me forever. So moving on, the next step in my eyeshadow, I'm going to take the shade Sable right here, which is a beautiful neutral chocolatey brown shade. Again, not too warm, not too cool, just like a really standard in between neutral brown. And I'm going to pack this on the outer corner of my eye and also take it up into the crease a little bit to deepen up that area. Again, kind of going for the same style of makeup look that I normally do, but I am going to make it all matte and add a little bit of a winged eyeliner today. So I think it'll look a little bit like something different. Now that I have those brown shades laid down, I might go in and deepen it up after I do the lid. I'm not sure how deep I want to take the eyes yet, because I do want to do more of a bold lip, so I don't want everything to look too dark. But right now I'm just going to take a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Concealer and use this to carve out some space on the front of my lid, just to make my lid look more open and awake. I do this pretty much in all of my tutorials or when I'm doing my makeup on camera, just to really open up the eye. And I do want to do just like a nice matte white cream type of lid, so this will just give a really nice base to make it even more vibrant. Right after I have that carved out, just to set it down right away, I'm going to take the shade Cream in the palette on a large lid brush. This is the wide shader E59 from Sigma. And I'm just going to pack this cream shade right on top of the concealer to set it down and also brighten it up a little bit. And this is going to be my lid shade, which is going to make the eye look really nice and awake and just help open it up a little bit, because we will be adding the wing and stuff, which tends to kind of close the eye and make it look smaller. So this is going to help balance out the wing. Now for the scary part, I'm going to go in with my Sigma liquid pen eyeliner in the shade Wicked. My winged liner skills are nowhere like they used to be. When I was in middle school and high school, I was rocking the winged liner every day. It was like 2 little flicks of the wrist and I would have my wing on. Now I'm a little bit rusty, so I'm going to try my best to do 2 even wings today. Oh no. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see. Oh my God. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm sure you guys could see it was a little bit of a hot mess, and it still kind of is. I definitely have to clean it up a little bit, sharpen up the edge, but not terrible. For someone who never uses liquid liner, I think it could have been a lot worse, and it was, but I fixed it. Oof, I'm getting a little frustrated with the winged liner. As you guys can see, this one's going up, this one's going down. Oh my gosh, they are not even in any way. I keep taking a Q-tip to kind of fix it up too. I hope I didn't just ruin the look by adding the wings. I don't really like them. I think I did them both a little bit too thick and they just make my eyes look so closed off. It's just personal preference, but I think I'm gonna try to do like a little bit of a double glitter liner sort of thing. I see some people do this over the top of the black liner, and I think it'll just tone down the black liner a little bit and just give a cool effect. I know I didn't pick this out in the Shop My Stash, but I just want to add it to hopefully try to save the look a little bit. And this is e.l.f.'s Liquid Glitter Shadow in the shade Flirty Birdie. It's a really great dupe for the Stila Kitten glitter eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on a super tiny eyeliner brush and apply it directly on top of the black eyeliner. Ooh, I love how that's looking. I think it'll kind of really save the wing too, because the most problematic areas of the wing was the top of it, where it was just looking a little bit bumpy. It has a lot of ridges to it. All right, so there is the eyeshadow so far. Not loving it again. I just don't really like how wings look on me too much, but I really just wanted to do something different. I'm hoping the glitter helped it out a little bit. Maybe I'll like it more when I have the rest of the look on and mascara and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the mascara that I shopped from my stash, which is the Highly Rated. This is the one that I'm working on finishing up right now. I think this one is almost done now. So I'm gonna put on mascara. Hopefully it'll tie the look together a little bit more, and then we will come back and move on to the face. All right, my mascara is on. I just went ahead and took a look at myself in the big mirror in my bathroom, and I'm honestly not too mad about it. I think it's just me not being used to how I look with eyeliner anymore. I never wear any form of eyeliner on my eyes, really. So going from nothing to extreme black liquid wings is a little bit harsh for me, but I think it looks pretty. I like the glitter. I think the glitter definitely helped a lot. I don't know, sometimes when I'm sitting here filming, things just don't look good on camera, but then once I go and edit them or look in the mirror, it looks totally fine. But you guys will definitely have to let me know what you think of the wings. I am no expert. I'm just sitting here and having fun with my makeup today. As I said earlier, I'm going to go in and prime my face using the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. This is their buildable hydrating cream. This makes the skin so, oh, that looks gross in the cap, you guys. Ooh, I don't know if this is good anymore. Hold on. Oh, I don't know if that's good, you guys. It smells a little bit funky. See, this is what happens when you have so much makeup in your drawer and you don't get to use everything up. Ooh, ew, it's just like watery. I don't know if this is good. I put a little bit on the back of my hand and the texture feels fine, but it just does not smell the greatest. Oh my gosh, what a fail. I really wanted to use this, but this is what happens, like I said, when you have a lot of stuff in your collection and you don't get to go through it. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to get rid of this. This might be just a little bit over 24 months old. I believe I purchased this in August or September of 2018. So I think this probably just passed its expiration date, because I remember I was a junior in college and I went to the Glossier flagship store in Soho. Unfortunately, that was a fail. I did get to use up a lot of it. As you guys can see, I did squeeze the tube a lot and there's not that much left in here, but I just wish I was more on top of using this up before it went bad. And especially the type of product that it is, because it's just like so thin and liquidy. Things like this do tend to go a little bit off quicker than other things. I do still want to go ahead and prime my face to get kind of that similar moisturizing effect. I'm going to use my Poreless Putty Primer. I know I use this a lot, but I'm actually almost out of it. So I guess it's a good feature in this video because it is something that I've almost totally used up. But this does give a really nice hydrating look to the skin, and it is very moisturizing. So kind of similar, just a little bit more thick and putty-like, whereas the Glossier one was truly like a thin, watery moisturizer. Just to add a little bit more smoothness, I'm still going to take the Trestique Magic Mattifying Bomb. This is what it looks like, just like a little balm stick. Mine actually broke a little bit, but I'm just going to take it a little bit and just put it right over the areas where I have the most pores, where I want a little bit more extra smoothness. and a little bit more of that matte look. For foundation, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. This is in the shade Natural, which is the light shade with neutral undertones. It's a really great foundation, definitely in my top 5 from the drugstore, or probably top 5 overall. The only thing that I don't love about it is the scent. It has this like strong baby powder kind of smell, but it definitely does go away after you kind of blend it into the skin and set your face and everything like that. It might be a little bit light on me right now. I'm hoping that it will match me. Oh man, this is gonna be light, but I really wanted to use this foundation. I forgot if this oxidizes. Maybe it will kind of oxidize to match my skin a little bit better. Oh man, you guys, I'm looking a little pale right now. I can't believe how much my summer tan has stayed with me. Unless this was a little bit light on me to begin with, I'll definitely have to go back and watch the video where I tested this out for the first time. But I don't know, do you guys just ever have a makeup day where you feel like nothing is going right? I feel like today is one of those days. Just going in with a little bit more on my cheeks to build up the coverage. It is a pretty solid medium coverage, but some spots are still showing through and a little bit of redness around my nose I really want to cover up. Today is definitely going to be a heavy bronzer sort of day, but now I'm going to do concealer, which I believe is also going to be too light on me right now. But again, we're just gonna have to go in with lots of bronzer today. I mean, it's weird because in person it doesn't look too off from my neck. Like, it looks a little bit lighter, but I feel like in my viewfinder I look so incredibly light right now. Yep, this is just gonna make me lighter. What is going on today, you guys? It is not my day for makeup at all. I loved this concealer, but it looks so drying underneath the eye. Maybe it's on top of the e.l.f. foundation, even though I always try to avoid foundation under the eye. Maybe from the sponge, it's kind of mixing and putting the dryness under my eye. Here's a little close-up of the skin and my under eyes. It just looks a little bit drying and just like a little crepey under my eyes, but I think I'm just having a bad makeup day. Trying to stay positive here. I'm going to hope the skin looks a little bit better once I go ahead and set it, just quickly using my tried and true Maybelline Fit Me Powder. What even just happened? Please tell me you guys can see that. My concealer, like the powder literally just stuck exactly where the concealer was under my eye. Like, do you see, if I lower the brightness, that distinct line? Oh, I want to scream right now. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I don't even want to finish this video. I just took a step back from filming for a few minutes. I just wanted to take a break. I was so close to just wiping off my whole face of makeup and scrapping this whole video, but I feel like it's important that I keep going and that I upload this video anyway, because not everything is perfect. My makeup doesn't always come out perfect. I don't always have perfect filming days. I want to stay true to myself on my channel and not pretend that everything is perfect and rainbows and butterflies all of the time. So sometimes we have a fail of a makeup day, but we're just gonna keep going. One thing that my face needs desperately right now is some bronzer, so I'm going in with the Stila Contouring Powder in the shade Medium that I picked out while I was shopping my stash, of course. And I'm going to use this to hopefully bring some color back into my face here and just give me a little bit more liveliness. But I have a feeling, yes, I knew that was going to happen. Something is definitely going on with my face makeup, because even the bronzer, which I also love, is so patchy right now. But it's a really beautiful bronzer. I love this shade. It's really good for my skin right now. All right, you guys, sorry my camera died in the middle of doing my bronzer, but I just went ahead and finished it up, and I'm also doing a little baking on the bottom half of my face. I don't know what exactly it is that went wrong with my base, but I don't know if you guys can see when I was contouring my nose, it just like totally lifted up my foundation. Like, it's all patchy and broken up here. The bronzer was just like sticking and not really blending out, and I think it's just weird because these are all products that I've used before. Obviously I picked them right out of my collection. It's nothing new to me. I think there's a combination of something in here that doesn't really work well together. I'm hoping from far away it's looking a little bit better than me analyzing it so up close. Now for blush, I'm going to use the Profusion Cosmetics blush palette. This is one of their 6-shade blush palettes, and I'm going to use the shade Exhale, as I pointed out when I was shopping it from my stash. Just a really beautiful burnt orange. I love these types of blush. For this time of year, I was very inspired by my nail color. Wow, that honestly might have been the smoothest step that we've done all day. All right, I'm kidding. I think I might have spoken too soon. It's just right there. Do you guys see it sticking? I even set my face so well. I just don't know what went wrong here. Maybe if I do a bright enough highlighter, no one will notice the rest of the mess that I have going on my face here. So I'm going to take the Ofra highlighter palette, and I'm going to take the shade Rodeo Drive, which is one of my favorite highlighters ever, and apply this to the cheeks. I'm going to take a little bit on the inner corners. I love matching my inner corners to my face highlighter. Now I'm just going to quickly finish up my under eye. I was gonna do like a pop of burgundy or something, but I think I'm just gonna stick to the same brown sable shade just to give myself a little bit of smokiness down here. My eye is kind of a little heavy on the top, I feel, so I just want to even it out on the bottom. Okay, so I just finished up my eyes with a little lower lash mascara, and last but not least, we have the lip to do. I don't know which one I want to do. I'm kind of feeling the pumpkin, but I think it'll clash with my shirt. I think with this shirt, the deep burgundy wine will look really, really nice. So I think I'm going to try that first. And also, if I don't like the wine shade, it'll be easier to wipe off because it's a traditional lipstick. Opposed to the Profusion one is so hard to get off because it is a very dry down liquid lipstick. So first, I'm going to start off by lining my lips with the NYX Lip Liner in Cabaret. But now I'm going to top it off with a Trace Stick lip crayon in the shade Tuscan Wine. This is going to look so good. It's a little bit more red than the lip liner, which I like because the lip liner has more of a cool tone purple undertone, but I want more of this red. All right, you guys, we have made it to the end of this video. Here is the final makeup look using the products that I shopped from my stash today. This look was such a journey, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I wasn't too much of a negative Nancy in this video, but to me it was still very important to keep going because I've scrapped and stopped filming so many more times that I could count on all of my fingers and toes. When I'm not happy with something and I don't think something is quality, I just delete it and I don't want to upload it for you guys. It's very important that I keep my channel an authentic space, and honestly, I don't always have a good filming day. I don't always have a good makeup day, and things just don't always work out. Nonetheless, I still enjoyed filming this video for you guys. I hope it inspires you to shop your stash, use up what you have, show the products in your collection some love. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing today's video. If you did, and if you want to see more Shop My Stash videos here on my channel, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.